What's up, guys? Mr. Shire here. Today you're going to look at the 4.09 lesson in your course, Uncertainty in the Post-War World. We'll keep this short and sweet today. Take a look at the paragraph here up on the board. The horrors of World War I changed the way artists, writers, composers saw the world, and they began to challenge traditional views of reality. Though modernists choose a variety of subjects and techniques, they shared a desire to break with the past. At the same time, American society experienced huge cultural and social changes during an era known as the Roaring '20s. The American economy boomed, but the apparent prosperity had serious economic problems. So you can see the goals for the lesson up on the board there. Take a second to read over those. Next thing I wanted to go over is on page 5. Page 5. No, page 709 in your textbook. What I want you to do is take a look at the questions over here on the right-hand side. So you'll see 3 questions. 1, count it. 1, count it. 2, count it. 3. Read over the questions first, and then when you're reading over these 3 paragraphs, it'll help you remember, hey, that's a question I need to look out for. So I want you to read over the questions and then go through page 709 in your favorite book of all time. That's your world history textbook. Read these 3 paragraphs and just kind of jot down maybe on a piece of paper. How did many people feel after World War I? What famous artists painted in this time period? Jot down your answers to these 3 questions. Again, page 709 in your book. Now once you're done, maybe you need to pause this so you can read it, or you have your book open. Once you're done, let's look at this question. Which genre represented a breakaway from conformity and mocked modern civilization? So based on your reading on page 709, which genre represented a breakaway from conformity and mocked modern civilization? This question might be on the 4.09 checkpoint. Just a thought. So if you need to go back, rewind the video so you can pause it and read that page, or again, have your textbook open at page 709 to find your answer to this question. Let's also take a quick look here what was going on in Europe after World War I. So after World War I, Europe was devastated, right? The fighting took place in Europe. Infrastructure was devastated. We looked at this already. The number of deaths by European nations compared to that of the United States. The battles, these major battles taking place all over Europe. In the United States looked quite a bit different from its European counterparts after World War I. Think about that for a second. Think about when you're thinking about after World War I. Let's just start to say the 1920s. What images come to your mind when you're thinking about the United States in what we might call the Roaring '20s? So we see that World War I is going to leave this huge impact in Europe. What does it look like in the United States? Why were Americans more prosperous than Europeans during the 1920s? It's because Americans worked harder than Europeans. Americans were more technologically savvy than Europeans. Europe was recovering from the destruction of World War I, or corrupt European business leaders decided to hoard and keep their profits to themselves? Why was America more prosperous? Why were Americans more prosperous than Europeans during the 1920s? This question might be part of the 4.09 checkpoint 2. Isn't that neat? How you're getting these questions and you know what might be on the 4.09 checkpoint? Now, what I want you to do is pause my video right now. Just click pause and then watch the video that is on The Great Gatsby. And then write down what sticks out to you about life in the 20s in the United States. So here's the link if you need it. Hopefully it will also play for you in Blackboard. So after watching that video, hopefully you've seen or have some idea, something that might have stuck out to you about what life was like in the United States during the Roaring *20s. I'm going to put this link for you up on the video. See this link come up here. Let me move it so you can see it. Oh, hold on. Where is it, Mr. Shire? There it is. Let me grab it. I'm going to slide it down here. I'm not going to be able to... Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to type it on the board for you and see if that works. Here's the link I want you to go to. It's www. That stands for World Wide Web. In case you weren't sure what the www stands for. There you go. I want you to go to that site right there. And when you get to that site, choose any topic that interests you from the list. Here's what you'll see. These are the topics like architecture, Army, Navy, fashion, flappers, food. Choose any topic from that site. Oh, I took you directly to the food site by typing that in. But you can still just click on any category. If you get to the food site, you can click on any category. Pick gardening if you want. Politics, music. Choose any topic from this site. And tell me like one thing, one fact that you learned about that topic during the 1920s. So what you'll do, I have an example up here. And I want you to write this down in Blackboard in your live session before you leave. You're going to record this on the board. So for example, you're going to put your name. Maybe you looked at food. And then what did you learn about when you looked at food? I love the modern day refrigerator. Maybe you looked at health. What was going on in health in the 1920s? So you put your name, health, and something you learned. And record it on this slide before you leave the live session. Remember those two questions we went over today? That is the 4.09 checkpoint. Please submit that in. As another quick reminder, guys, tomorrow, March 28th, the quarter number 3 comes to an end. Make sure you got everything complete that needs to be complete in your gradebook. See you guys. I'll talk to you soon.